Hi, my name is Joanie Eisinger. Welcome to my channel. If you'd like to find out more about me, please go to my website, jonieswhitelightshealing.com. I used to be a social worker in New York City, and I didn't believe in any of this. I came into my gifts around 2003, 4, 5, when I had a dark night of the soul. I was chemically sensitive and homebound. I couldn't open up windows or doors. I could only eat 2 foods at one point, and I couldn't take any medicine. An energy medicine practitioner came on my path, and he started healing me. And during that time, I started reading spiritual books. Only the white light stuff, nothing dark, nothing voodoo Santeria stuff, none of that. And that's when the gifts started coming in. My life changed 180 degrees, and now I do this professionally. I did not plan at all on doing this. I thought I was going to be a therapist on Long Island with 2 kids, married. I have been married twice. I have 1 kid, and I live in New Jersey. And for those of you who are Long Islanders or know, New Jersey is the last place that a Long Islander wants to find themselves. And for my Jersey peeps, I'm liking it here. Jersey's my place, and I am a half an hour from New York City, which is where my heart is. I bring in the highest of Christ's light, meaning the enlightened ones close to the Godhead. If this does not resonate, I suggest putting it on a shelf. It might resonate with you later on. There are no timestamps to this video. Spirit knows who's going to be watching. Therefore, whoever watches in, it is your time to watch. And if something rings true for you, fantastic. And if you don't like this, you could turn it off. Go find someone else. You could find me on Facebook. Like my Joanie's White Light Healing fan page. You could friend me, Joanie Eisinger. Just message me and let me know how you found me because I don't friend strangers. You could find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and SoundCloud. I have written and recorded scratch demos, and I've also done covers of songs. One day, I hope to have a CD. I am an author. I've written David's Guidance, a book of light. It is highly metaphorical, and at the time I did not know that I could edit copy. I thought when it comes in, you don't touch that thing. And it's so metaphorical. Some people get it, and I think more people might not. So the next book that I must edit, I will be editing it so folks understand. I co-created Carry Me Crystals, and I co-authored The Chakra Journey. Another book which is in the waiting, Love Is Your Name, that will come at some point. I have to get myself to edit it. Let's see if there's anything more. Yes, regarding YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't and press the bell all icon. You'll receive notifications of when I put out another video. Please like and share and comment below if you are so moved. I really like to hear from you. So, with that being said, it is April 11, 2020, and I went in just briefly before I started filming to see what I'd be chatting about, what would be important. And this is what I came up with. I've got a title already. Healing from Lies and Betrayal, Trusting Self and Other. So I have betrayal issues, and this has gone on all my life, and therefore I have trust issues, specifically with men, and I share that. I normally don't share personal things with folks, but I am today. And for some of you, oh yeah, good, she's more human. Less Arcturian and more human, more Earth. So some of you might be chuckling, but anyway. So I feel that it's important to talk about this because we're all in this together. And when we heal individually, we also heal our other aspects in other lifetimes, and we heal each other. So when you think about taking care of your own shit, you not only are taking care of yourself here, but where you're incarnated everywhere, and you're taking care of me, and you're taking care of this one, and so on and so on. You're taking care of all that exists in time and space, reality. So that's a pretty darn good thing. I highly suggest that you consider working on yourself. So specifically to the issues of lies and betrayal, why would a person in a lifetime have experiences where they've been lied to and betrayed to? Many people think that they're victims. Oh, bad luck, victim. I've got a target on me. Oh, it's written all on my face. I deserve that, or kick me, or whatever it is. Y'all are very brave, wise souls. I am too. So before we come into a lifetime, if we have been working on these issues about lying to self, lying to other, betrayal, trust, we set up incarnations where we're challenged again to overcome, to work through. And the only way that you can work through something is by going through the discomfort, not skirting around it. So in a pre-birth planning session, we'll have our players and it's like, hey, you want to do this to me? I'll do this to you. And remember that other lifetime where it didn't work so out? So, hey, let's play this. And you come up with some shenanigans. It's really cool. A lot of us say, what were we thinking? But when we transcend it and we take a look at the learning opportunities, it really, really is cool. Pain isn't cool. Pain is the conduit to get from point A to point B. So if you were lied to, maybe you're going to lie to another. If you were lied to, maybe you're going to be lied to again. Why would you do it again? Why would you have to go through it again? Because you might have blamed yourself and or other. That's called incurring karma, the bad kind of karma. So if you are crossing yourself with a blame, or you're crossing another with a blame called unforgiveness, the universe registers it, and there needs to be a counterbalance. I call it a do-over. It's a casual way of saying that. So let's say for lies, you're lying to yourself, you're lying to other, and you put that down. And then you come up with your drama, you get born, the veil of unknowing or forgetfulness is placed over you, and then you start your life. And then you might have put along your path, along your timeline, when you're going to start lying or when someone's going to start lying to you, possibly even both. And when these junctures happen, each time that you do it or you find yourself faced with it, you have the opportunity of forgiving yourself, forgiving other, asking yourself, what can I learn from it? If you do these things and you forgive self and other, if you come up with, that's a really cool concept. I'm learning such and such and such and such. You are in fact balancing karma. Regarding betrayal, same thing. If you've been betrayed or if you've betrayed another, let's pre-birth plan that thing. So again, with your soul group members, sometimes you even pull people in that are not members of your soul group. You're going to have dramas that are available to you. It's not like there's a book of dramas. It's y'all are co-creating a lifetime. So it's not that it's all about you. The other players have the opportunity as well to grow. So everyone is intertwined, from the most significant in the story to the periphery and extensions and satellites and so on and so forth. So if you betrayed other, you might be betrayed too. If you were betrayed and you didn't forgive, you might be betrayed again. Sometimes in these cases, we might be being of service. So we might be betrayed in order to give the betrayer the opportunity to not do that. Or if we are betraying another, we could give the other person, the one that we are betraying, the opportunity to get stronger and pull out of something, or have a voice, or whatever the case, come into their power, separate in distance, root chakra, whatever the case. Being of service is a possibility. We have curiosity as a reason why we might experience lying, being lied to, betraying another, having been betrayed. Curiosity. I've gone in regarding why someone is experiencing something, and they were curious about the concept. Therefore, they wanted to go and explore it by having experienced it. So, man, curiosity is another. I'll throw this in as well. Some people do things because they have negative energies that are controlling them, and they are not operating on their own behalf. So if you feel that you are doing things that are completely out of your control and you're like a bot, it could be that you are being manipulated by outside sources. I'll do an exorcism at the end of this for everyone if that's the case. Some of you might find that your behaviors of betrayal and lies actually kind of simmer, disappear, or you end up distancing yourself from the people that are doing that to you, or you're doing it to them. So I'm going to see if there's anything more that I need. Oh yeah, I do need to say this too. So as a result of lying and betrayal, people develop trust issues. So if you've been lied to or you lie to others, you might not trust another because you know how people operate. Well, if I do that and I get over it, that person might be getting over on me. Or if I've been gotten over before, someone got over on me, that next one, they might do that again. Could happen again. So these are fears. This is fear-based as a result of what you've experienced. Kind of like a perfect storm. It's like a PTSD reaction, post-traumatic stress disorder reaction. Now, there's a continuum of PTSD from shell shock on the front lines, military person, to minor loss, minor trauma. We don't judge. We just say post-traumatic stress. So yes, it's normal as a human to have trust issues if you lie, have been lied to, betray, or have betrayed other. Let's release karma. Why not? So for those of you that lie, have been lied to, betray, have been betrayed. If you in other lifetimes, and maybe this one, have blamed yourself and other, you've incurred karma. The way you balance karma is with forgiveness work. Let's do this. I believe that it will lighten the load. Your hook-ins to others and yourself with unforgiveness, when you forgive, they break free, the negative energies dissipate. Normally people feel lighter, and sometimes they even feel tired. And sometimes people take naps too. Have a glass of water by you. And I might be telling you when I go in and do this to sip water. It'll help flush negative energies through the physical body. And for those of you participating, sip water between now and when you go to sleep. It will help flush negative energies through the physical body. Okay. Across time and space, forwards and backwards across all generations. Any karma related to lying to others, being lied to, betraying others, and being betrayed. We ball them all up and you say inside, I forgive myself. There you go. Huge. Huge. Big release. Forgive everyone and everything. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness. Please, all of you, forgive me because I had unforgiveness towards you. Thank God for these life lessons. Have a sip of water. Now, regarding God, when I say God, I don't mean a power that is separate from you. I believe that we're all connected as one. If you believe that you're separate, that's fine. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say for those of you watching regarding lies and betrayal that then work their way into having trust issues. So Spirit says, work through your anger. You've got issues. Work through your anger. A lot of you are very, very angry. Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? They duped me. They tricked me. I don't like this. This is petty. They're making more of it than it really is. I don't understand. I'm not a fool. Who do you think you are? I can't believe that you're listening to that person. Why do you listen to them? They're constantly telling you these lies. If you have anger in any way, shape, or form, and you're still holding on to this, eliminate it. Feel your anger and let it go. It gets people sick on an emotional, physical, and spiritual level. Feelings are to be experienced and let go. They are not to be held. If you hold on to feelings that are of a negative vibration, they ultimately work their way in and they do damage. I let them go because I don't want to know where they're going to end up. Who rules you? I'm not the one. I'm not the one in charge. You are. You're the ruler. I'm in charge. It goes, I see power struggle. I'm in charge. You're not going to tell me anything. I'm in charge. Don't you tell me. There's a lot of cockamamie stuff back and forth. No judgment. That's just Joanie's filter regarding power issues. Back and forth, back and forth. You don't have to do this. Decide where you want to be. Do you want to be in charge? If you want to be in charge, are you? Can you be? Rather than have this be like mayhem regarding a power issue, who's in charge? Are both of you in charge? Are you not in charge and they are? Because if they are and there's nothing you could do about it, you either accept it or leave. If that's the structure, do you have authority issues? Because if you're in a work situation and you've got a boss, you're going to have, or a supervisor, you're going to need to accept that you're going to need to answer to someone's orders. If you're in charge and no one's listening, you need to figure out how people are going to listen. That's a solar plexus issue, power. That's a throat chakra issue. There's a root chakra here. There's a lot going on. They're all different chakras as you work your way up. So you've got the root chakra, which is at the base. That's the family, and that's the basic foundation of anchoring. You've got your sacral, which has to do with masculinity, femininity, business, creation, sexuality. You've got your solar plexus, which is your power center right at your gut where your diaphragm is, and your heart and your throat. There's a lot of this going on. And then people have their knowing. Are they playing around with their knowing? Have people lost faith? You can go through all the chakras and they could all be buzzing and misaligned in relation to this concept. So in terms of power, who are you? Where do you stand in relation to other, and make a stand? You need to make a statement to yourself first, who you are. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? There's something regarding play. It's like, do you want to play in this way? Do you want to act in this way? Because something's not working for some of you regarding power, the power structure. Someone's mother is a problem and they need to figure out what they're going to do because mom is bothering the heck out of them. So wherever mom falls in relation to your sanity, you need to either make peace with it and accept and move on, have gratitude, or you need to do something with mom. Say something. I don't know. Does she have to be moved to another sibling? I don't know what this is. Do you need to talk with her on the phone as much? Have you told her how you felt? Would it even be heard? There's something about the structure here. So, yes, we haven't gone off topic. This relates to the lies and betrayal, which create trust issues. So for some people, it's rage and anger. For other people, it has to do with power and authority. I'm going to go back in. Heal thyself, it is a must. And I see a lot of people who were hurt as children. They were told things that were not true. They were lied to. A lot of menacing, a lot of disfigurement. It's just an energy. It's twisted. I don't feel comfortable with it. I don't like it. Have a sip of water for those of you who can identify. I see some abuse. I see neglect. I see comments, distortion. Do you believe that love is your ally? Do you believe that love is available to you? Well, the day that you believe that you are love and that love is part of us all, that we are all pieces of love, things will get better. As a result of the abuse and some neglect that you experienced growing up, a lot of you have contorted, disfigured types of energy around you. And I'd like to clear that. I'm going to put out the intention that you're receiving a clearing from my guides and your guides. If this is what you would like, then you just kind of go, yeah, I'd like that. And then that will take place. I do not block your free will and just go in and do a healing. And if anyone ever just starts doing a healing on you, they're blocking your free will, even if they have good intention. Love yourself. Know who you are. The abuse and neglect that you experienced as a child gives you the opportunity to grow and heal. You make the choice what you'd like to do. If you'd like to grow and heal, mazel tov to you. Great. If you choose not to, if you ignore it, if you put it on the shelf, if you deny your hurt, then you continue to have problems. You are love. We are here. We talk to you. We bless you. You have been scared. You've felt very frightened. And sometimes you lie because it's your only way out. It's the way that you got through when you were younger, and that you repeat what you did elsewhere. Times they've changed. You are not where you are. You're at a different place. You're older and wiser. If you continue the process of lying, you are replaying your childhood. Your childhood is over. It can be set to rest, and you bless it and accept it. And you say, thank you so much. What can I learn from it? My childhood sucked, okay? So from 6 months when I experienced my first bad experience with a snowstorm, and my mom had to carry me up a snowbank after my dad found a commercial establishment where the employees were snowed in, and they let my mom, dad, and me as a 6-month-old baby sleep in the president's office on Long Island. It was the winter of 63 or I guess 64. That was my first. I don't remember it. And then on my first birthday, I was hospitalized. They thought I had Rocky Mountain spotted fever. You know, I had to start the race going early with the trauma. And then through my whole life, I had anti-Semitism since I was 5. And it just did suck. Sexual harassment in high school, bullying, and bad stuff. So I held on for a very long time, and then I released that, and I feel different. You also have a choice. I don't know what you experience, but you too can release your suffering. I didn't go down the route of lying, but because I didn't have to lie to get through. That wasn't my theme. But what I'm saying is that we all have a past that we need to accept and bless and look and see how we can learn from it. So regarding your history of needing to have lied or having been lied to when you were a child, and that you're perpetuating it and bringing it into the present day moment, you could bury that. You don't deny that it happened. You go, that did suck. But I'm a very curious, brave-assed human being. I might have asked for it. I might have pre-birth planned to have it happen, or it was post-incarnation free will choice, and it came to be that way. But whatever the case, whether you pre-birth planned it or it happened after you were born, it happened. Accept, bless it, forgive, and be in the moment for today. You don't have to lie. Love yourself. You got through to this moment. That's miraculous. The fact that you're here with us now, when you know who you are and you know how strong and brave and blessed a soul you are, you might never have to lie again. You don't have to lie to yourself. You are holy. You are whole. You are healed. You are blessed. I'm going to go in for more. If you need to cry, then you cry. Period. Tears wash away that anger. Yeah. Well, they said spirit strokes the ones who do. Get a stroking. Trust. Takes time. It develops. If you're weary, if you're tired, it might take a little longer. It's okay. Watch things unfold. The universe has a way. You might have been too trusting in other lifetimes, or you might have been, you might have put your trust in someone, been too trusting, or you might have had mistrust. That's another thing that you could have also been playing here in Earth School, where lies and betrayal, they also are interwoven, but it actually might be more focused on the trust. So my title of this video is about the lies and the betrayal which cause trust issues. You might have pre-birth planned to focus all on trust. Whatever the case, let's work through the karma. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations. Any trust issues where you were over-trusting, where you didn't trust, where today you're stuck. Forgive yourself and forgive everyone and everything. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness and thank God for these life lessons. That's fantastic. Good for you. So, I don't know who this is talking to. I see peppermint candy. I see a candy cane. So I see the red and the white. So if any of you got a Christmas candy cane, you can lick a little bit of that. You don't have to go through the whole thing. It might be too much for you. If you don't want to, imagine it. You don't have to. But you might like it. So you might want to smell it. You could. Don't stick the candy cane up your nose. Peppermint. If any of you have peppermint oil, open it up and stick it under your nose. That will assist very much in this clearing. If you have peppermint tea, fantastic. Make yourself a cuppa. And if you've got peppermint gum, peppermint toothpaste, again, I'm going to, Spirit's saying, go huff on that. You got that right. Going back in for more. Interesting. For some of you, you've had issues and you're concerned about your children having picked up on your issues. Be your best friend, role model from today. So from today, that's what you've got control of. You don't have control about what happened in the past. You have control of today. Be a great role model. Be a witness, okay? That you can do. Embody that healed self. Don't betray yourself. Trust in the universe. Don't be over-trusting. Try not to be mistrustful. Don't lie to yourself and don't lie to others. If you can work on those issues, you're being a fantastic role model. Now, if you have difficulty with this or you're unable to do this, kids are very forgiving. Kids also aren't victims either. So in pre-birth planning, they knew what your issues were and they knew what their issues were before the drama was set up. Okay? So another thing I wanted to say, it's right there. Yeah. Regarding the children, I used to be a therapist, so Joanie the shrink puts her hat on. Not that I do shrinkage anymore, but that hat comes in. You can always have a conversation with your child about the past. You know, back in the day, do you remember when I used to do that? That wasn't right. And I've been thinking a lot about it. And this is what I said. This is what I did. And I'm trying to work on it now. And I hope that you understand that these concepts are blah, blah, blah. And actually, this is a healthier way of dealing with things rather than what I did. And you could just have that natural conversation. And some of the kids might remember and say, yeah, I remember that. Like, why are you bringing that up? And you say, because I want to know. I just want to. No particular reason. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. And this is something that I've uncovered. And I want it to be out there in the open. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk with you about lies and betrayal and trust. And then the child, no matter how old they are, they love you for your honesty. So all I can say is your candor is esteemed. Now see if there's more to say. Bless the ones around you, for they don't have control of certain things. So you might be thinking that other people have got a handle on certain things and they don't. That if they're out of control, they might not be able to take care of themselves. So some of you have a resentment that there are people that have gone hog wild and you want them to behave better. I understand that. Do a reality check. I talk about that in my videos. Do that pinch. Is this real? Is this realistic? You might not be realistic regarding your expectations, which are setups for disappointment of others. Okay? Some people have gone haywire and now is a very challenging time. Bless them. Accept that this is where they are right now. Do right by yourself. Leave them alone. Give them space. Some of them cannot handle this. They're quite messed up right now. Remove yourself from situations that are not healthy and basically do what's in your control. And that is something that you can do, is move to a place that feels comfortable and be in a more settled environment than with people that are not behaving well. That's very prudent of you, very smart of you. Spirit, God, source, creator, whatever you call it. You kind of get like, you get moved on the Monopoly board, I don't know, you move spaces ahead. I don't know. I can't think of a good, maybe it is getting towards go to collect $100. Back in my day it was 100. Now I think it's 200. Anyway, I'm going to see if there's anything more before we go. Yeah, I want to do the exorcism. Okay, so anyone who wants to participate, let's do this. Pulling out any negative energies that make it difficult for people to move forward with the following issues: lies, betrayal, and trust. Anything that's in, on, around, suggested, anything cloaked to be revealed, not to be replicated, any chips or implants we take out, any abductions we rescue, and any places where you're decimated and blown up across creation, we put you back together like Humpty Dumpty. Yeah. Yeah. Quite a number. Pulling things off. Once you got your swords up, you're fighting. Good. See a lot of you warriors. Bam, bam, cracking whips. Bam, you're getting rid of. You're in this with me. Yeah, you know how to do this. I see about 1 million souls with their swords up, fighting. Fantastic. Doesn't mean I'm going to be having 1 million people look at this video. Means I am working with 1 million higher selves. Hallelujah. A little bit of it's demonic. There's some satanic crap. And there's a spell. Someone wasn't doing well. That's coming off. There's stuff intertwined in people's heads. They were messed with in their mind, all coming out. We're placing energy all over you, calming you and blessing you, putting information all over you. Feels really good, very happy. I see contentment. This rage thing, so if any of you are rageful, work on that. Your guides talk to you about it. It needs to be quelled. You need to do something about that. Someone needs to look at their diet. They're not doing a great job. So see if you could eat more fish, a little bit of chicken. Turkey is okay. I see vegetables. Now I know that people are having difficulty finding produce. So do what you can. The fruit and the vegetables, find what pleases you, but if not, find anything. This is the last that I get. Do right by yourself. Love yourself. Be a friend to yourself. Try and trust yourself. Try and love yourself. Try not to lie to yourself. Try not to betray yourself. Believe that things are possible. When you go from fear to love and from despair to hope and faith, things will shift. So if you can, try and imagine looking at the glass half full rather than half empty. That might also assist. I hope that this video helped you. I hope that there are things that I said and that I channeled, along with the forgiveness work and the exorcism, that brings you to a new place, deeper understanding, maybe new information, or both. Whatever the case, I show up, I love my job, and I will continue to put out videos. This is giving me great joy, and I hope to see you again. Take care. Bye, y'all.